Our next speaker makes AAA games. Because I'm not a gamer, I had to look that up as well. But these are products that deliver the best gaming experience, and Brian has helped teams deliver over 40 of them. In addition to chairing a 1,500 member Asian, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander employee resource group across 5 different continents. Now, as a speaker, he often draws upon his community service experience with organizations such as the Asian Leaders Alliance. Today, he will share an impactful message to encourage you to activate your agency to unlock your power. Please help me welcome Brian Pang for his presentation, Activate Your Agency to Unlock Your Power.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the NAAAP First Class Speaker Expo so far. Thank you to Mandy, Michael, Amanda, and the event team for putting this expo together to uplift diverse speakers and for giving me the privilege to share with you all today. As you heard in my introduction, my name is Brian Pang, pronouns are he, him, and I'm here to share a bit about activating your agency to unlock your true power. First, let me share some context and why activating agency is important, especially for Asian Americans and Asian Canadians. Our communities are commonly typecast in the North American workplace as highly technical executors and doers, but not as influential thought leaders, creative problem solvers, or executive material. In many cases, we often play into these stereotypes, and we also often perpetuate them, in particular when we are given many rewards for modeling what is deemed as ideal worker bee behavior within our corporate systems. But many of us know this. We are creative, and we can influence, and we can lead. This is why so many innovative and prominent household brands are founded, run, and operated by Asian Americans and Asian Canadians. We just aren't conditioned to break non-conforming patterns. And many of us first, second, and even third generation Asian Americans and Canadians, we suffer from identity crises, in particular those of us third culture individuals. And for those of us who know we have this amazing creativity and leadership potential within us, yet do others know it too? How can we make sure our allies and others around us know it as well and begin to shift how they perceive us? How do we break the biases and stereotypes and show that we can unlock this power within our current work environments and not have to found a startup or build our own house to live as our true authentic selves at work? Well, the answer is to activate our agency and empower ourselves as Asian Americans and Asian Canadians. And yes, it starts with us. One thing is assured, no one else will unlock our power for us. The workplace equity data and our underrepresentation in leadership levels clearly shows this. In this session, I will share a few of the ways we can learn to activate our agency together. And due to time constraints, I will go wide but not deep into any of these, but I hope to in future speaking sessions. First, develop self-awareness. Think about how beliefs and biases common within our communities, which fuel issues such as imposter syndrome, perfectionism, the need to please others, to avoid confrontations. Think about all that and build awareness of how these affect how you show up and show out. These beliefs and biases are systemic, and cultural, and intergenerational, yielded from traumas and misperceptions, and perhaps from our upbringing or how we're conditioned. And these contribute to us thinking that we can't drive or lead or deserve more than what we have. Then our workplace and societal systems actively keep us within these boxes, to be very grateful and to keep chasing that proverbial carrot and to avoid that proverbial stick. In order for us to activate our agency to unlock our power, we must develop awareness on what is holding us back. Next, let's revisit our cultural and intergenerational tendencies to keep our heads down, to work hard, and hope to be noticed. Now, by now, we should have all heard about the model minority myth and how it was a social construct designed to pit minorities against each other by weaponizing Eastern values and characteristics and behaviors exhibited by Asian immigrants in the 1960s. Examples back then included a mindset of outworking everyone else, submissive behaviors such as staying quiet and being agreeable and prioritizing harmony over conflict. Unfortunately, these tendencies have persisted across generations, and also the perception of our allies and majority cohorts have also persisted. In order to unlock our power, we must work to bust the model minority myth and also break the stereotypes commonly associated with Asian Americans. We also need to acknowledge and unpack these tendencies, which we've inherited, adopted, and developed, then determine how these can be utilized to benefit others in various situations compared to other behaviors. Next, develop a sense of urgency. We have much more power than we think. We all have platforms and megaphones and opportunities to lead, influence, and enact change more than ever before, especially with social tools, technology, and an influx of leaders giving back and uplifting others, and folks actively seeking this guidance. So the choice is yours. Would you like to enter the arena and unlock your power, or sit on the sidelines and watch while others activate their agency and reach their potential? I know which side I'll be on when it's all said and done. Another way to activate your agency is to become a servant leader. When entering an interaction, think about how you can serve the other party. What are the skills and connections you bring which can add value to others? A key to being a servant leader is to build up your influence and relationship-based power, which requires continuously adding value to others without hindering their ability to accomplish the goals that the collective needs to achieve. Your servant leadership is not about leveraging your authority or role to coerce others to do what you say or ask. It's about helping others understand the why and the how what you're asking for will benefit the collective and the individual. I learned a hard lesson in my early days as a manager. I remember once talking within earshot of my team about the possibility of working overtime. My team then proceeded to cancel their weekend plans, even though I had not yet formally asked. And that's when I learned the importance of words, coming from someone with authority and role power. In this case, it was me. And I vowed at that point to always be transparent, to start with why, and to never use my role power unless there was a specific and critical situation which required it to be used. In situations and dynamics such as these, which involve role power, they're usually win-lose situations. And I find that servant leadership and utilizing relationship-based power typically results in win-wins. Next, develop an abundance mindset. You ever heard of crabs in a barrel mentality? If you've ever seen crabs in a barrel, any one particular crab can easily climb out by stepping on top of the others. But the other crabs will actively work to pull that crab down to prevent it from getting out. This is rooted in a scarcity mindset, right? Crabs have the mentality of, if I can't have it, then you can't either. But what if each crab worked together to push each other out, and those who climb out then turn back to lift the others out as well? That would be an abundance mindset, whereby we all believe there are enough resources to go around for everyone. An abundance mindset is also what win-win looks like. Imagine this in your life. What does it look like when you and people around you all influence each other to achieve your goals? How can you start thinking win-win and operating with an abundance mindset today? Next, redefine success. This one is quite personal, so I will ask a series of thought-provoking questions. Is success to you climbing the corporate ladder, receiving a promotion every 3 to 5 years, and earning a few $1,000s more after tax? Or is it to make a positive impact through your work to benefit your communities, society, and the world? Is it to uplift other people so that they can achieve and deliver impact through their platforms as well? Individual success can be very meaningful, but is it coming at the expense of collective success? Think about how your current mindset of success contributes to your happiness. Is your happiness fleeting? And does your success leave you craving even more? And how could that energy, motivation, and drive be channeled differently to create a multiplier effect? And with that, I am sadly out of time for today. You heard some ways we can activate our agency to unlock our true power through developing self-awareness, battling through our imposter syndrome, our perfectionism, and our cultural and intergenerational tendency to keep our head down, work hard, and hope to be noticed, then develop a sense of urgency, become a servant leader, develop an abundance mindset, and redefine success. Please join me in a future session to dive deeper into what I discussed, and also to learn more ways we can activate our agency together. For example, how to seek out support and sponsorship, how to develop our personal brand of consistent excellence and impact delivery. How can we shift the mindset of those around us and help others redefine our potential? Through all that, our true power will be unlocked. Thank you for tuning into my talk at the NAAAP First Class Speaker Expo. Again, my name is Brian Pang, he, him, and I hope through my talks you can activate your agency to unlock your power. See you all soon, and have a happy and prosperous Lunar New Year.
Wow, again, another great presentation by Brian. Especially a lot of things were said that resonates with me. As a sociologist, we often talk about structure, things like race, class, and gender, and how they shape us. But I like how you talked about activating our agency, right? Things that we have to do and how we have to self-promote and interject ourselves. You know, I think about as a Black and Korean American, how I present myself in different spaces, how I have to show up and make sure that I redefine success, right? That I get to create a new image of what people may think of when they think Black or when they think of a Korean American. And so, I mean, I really like how he gave us some tools and how to activate that agency and not be afraid and really step out there. So that really is one thing that I really did pick up from Brian's presentation. How about you, Julie?
I completely agree with you, Robert. That was yet another amazing talk with such powerful messages. I love the thought-provoking questions that he asked us there at the end, especially on how do we redefine our success. I know personally for me, this has also been a journey, especially over the last couple of years during the pandemic. Really, for me, understanding what does it mean to be Asian American in this day and age. And I think for me personally, this has been a topic that I'd never really thought too much about. I think probably because of this concept of the model minority, that we have everything that we need to be successful. And so perhaps there's really no, additional need to ask for help or having support to move through our careers. And I feel like over the last couple of years, we've started to hear so much from the AAPI community speak out, against Asian American hate, and to also raise awareness of the fact that we also need support in order to get to positions of leadership, to have that influence. And so I really, really am just so grateful to hear people like Brian be able to use their voice to speak out about these topics and to help all of us really think about what does it mean to be successful. So I truly, thought that his message just really resonated with me so much. And I think there's so much of these different topics that we can have as a community to enable all of us to realize that it's not just us, and I think going forward, having these conversations together is really going to be the way that we can really make an impact and move forward as the AAPI community.
Very well said, Julie.
Yeah.